In this video, I'm going to show you how I went from these results to these results, like, is that how we do it, in one day. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nikia and I'm known as BeautyCutright in the social media world. This video is about my experience with Sono Bello. Yes, this video is sponsored, so I want to thank them for sponsoring this video and making this kind of content and information available to those of you who are interested in getting any form of liposuction, especially with Sono Bello. So let's get started with the video. For those of you who are watching me for the first time, you may not have noticed that I have been posting a lot of videos about my liposuction experience at Sono Bello in Troy, Michigan, when I lived in Michigan. And throughout all of those videos, I've kind of shared my experience, and in this video, I'm going to share with you specifically about the procedure itself and what to expect during the post-operation or the post-op consultation or appointment. So let's get started on this part. The procedure that I had done at Sono Bello was called Triscope, and it's a one-day fat removal procedure. And this procedure is done with a very small micro cannula that has like a like infrared, like heating on the end of it. And this is where it helps to heat up the underlayer of the skin, so it's tightening as it's sucking out the fat. So it's a micro laser tool that they use, and they do go through specific incisions that are made depending on what you're getting done, and it sucks the fat out at the same time as tightening the skin. I was awake for the procedure, so they do give you medication to help you stay awake, but to also make sure that you don't feel a lot of discomfort. It was comfortable. I give it a 9, mainly because I did laugh most of the procedure. I did laugh most of the procedure. And then there were certain areas that the doctor and the nurse did warn me would be a little bit uncomfortable just because of what I was getting done or where. Mainly because my rib area and like under the rib cage just a little bit, and then like around the rib cage around the back. So like that's where I felt most of the discomfort during the procedure. But yeah, you're awake during this procedure. It's minimally invasive. It's still like liposuction, but the reason why it's minimally, oh my Lord, why it's minimally invasive is because the tool that they're using is much smaller. And not only that, by it being a one-day fat removal process, there's a lot of things that you want to make sure you have, ready before you choose to do this procedure. So now keep this in mind. It's not a BBL. There's no transferring of fat or anything else. It is specifically for taking out fat in areas that you don't want. It allows you to target or spot reduce. So that's what this procedure is. So no, there is no transferring of any fat anywhere. It's not a BBL. It's not necessarily a traditional liposuction, because usually when we think of traditional liposuctions, we think of us being put under, we're under anesthesia and we're asleep. And so we don't have any control, I guess I would say, of what's going on. You don't kind of have control. Your doctor really has control, but because you're awake, you can actually talk with your doctor as the procedure is being done. And that was one of the things that I really liked about Sono Bello, and that was one of the reasons why I sought after, I chose Sono Bello, because I was going to be awake for the procedure. I just prefer that. I didn't want to be asleep for it, and I didn't have much fat to take out, so why do I need a whole like body makeover? So if this is something you want to do that's specifically just to take out fat in certain areas, and you got good skin condition, or you know how to heal your skin, which I will be giving more videos on that, because I got to help those of you who have already done this and you want some healing tips. I'll do that in another video. But yeah, that was my experience with the procedure itself. Now, your post-op appointment is 7 days after your actual procedure. It is known that about 10 days is usually where you will start to feel like you can move around and do whatever you like, minimally, and you still have to wear your compression garment. But during the 7-day post-op appointment, that is when you actually get one of your compression garments, or shapers, or fajas, whatever you want to say. But it's really a compression garment. It's meant to compress you, but not like really tight like that, because the healing process, you do want the swelling to go down, but you don't want to be uncomfortable with something that's squeezing your body a little bit too tight. That can cause more problems anyway. So during the post-op appointment, the nurses who you actually will see, and if you have anything that you want to talk about, any issues, all of that, that is a good time to do that. And then you would see the doctor, possibly see another doctor. I've heard different stories, but I got to see my own doctor again, and I got to see the same nurse. And then what they do is just check to see how you're healing, what you look like. They take more pictures. This is a good time to ask questions about any of your concerns about the healing process. You've noticed some things, so bring that out during that time. But that's an opportunity for you to get more information as to helping you with the healing process. So yeah, that's what you would be able to expect for your post-op appointment. It's really just to check and make sure you're good. They take their pictures of you, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And get your compression garment for you to help you to heal a little bit faster. So, what to expect during the healing process? I had to pull out my iPad for this one because I wrote some tips. I don't want to say tips. I wrote some things down because I had to go back and remember. It's been over 6 months since I had the procedure. It was in May of this year of 2021. And let's talk about some things you will expect after the procedure, even after the post-op appointment, because you're still in the middle of healing process. So your post-op appointment is 7 days, but you know, another 3 days is where you'll start to feel like you're really up to par, from the soreness, the itching, which you're going to have that continuously, but the itching is something you're going to have. I didn't have much oozing, out of any of my incisions. I know some people mentioned just kind of giving unwarranted advice on it. I'm like, why were you giving me that advice? And I'm already in the healing. I'm like, I passed the healing stage. So like that advice didn't help, whatever. But someone mentioned about not covering your incisions, and it was suggested that I do. And not only that, I know my skin, and it's good to do that so that I don't have any form of infection or anything coming into my incisions, because it was just immediately after my post-op. It was immediately after my procedure. So, I don't want to say immediately, but about 48 hours after, I went ahead and took a shower and everything. And so I showed you guys what, where the incisions are and what I looked like. So during the healing phase, you are going to deal with a lot of itching. You may or may not deal with a lot of oozing out of your incisions. It all depends on the person. The swelling, you will have that for a while. It's not something that's going to go down in 10 days. For me, it kind of did, but I still had a little bit of swelling, mainly in the abdomen, the lower ab, because that was my fupa area, and that was the area that was the most annoying for me. But it wasn't as hard for him to suck that fat out, so I'll just say that. But I did feel a little hardness in that area as it was healing. So you are going to feel itching. That's going to be continuous. I still feel that to this day, and it's been 7 months post-op. Swelling, that's going to be for a while. Some people it may be a month longer. Some people it may be up to 6, well, it shouldn't take up to 6 months, but it just all depends on the person. And you will feel sore. You will feel like you've been like you will feel like stuff has been sucked out of your body. I'm just going to be honest with you. Now, is it painful? No, it's just uncomfortable, and it's bearable, extremely bearable. So please don't go nuts about pain and things like that. But yeah, that's what you should expect during the time of your healing, and everyone's different. They say 10 days you should feel pretty much able to do and move around, but you still want to be very careful. About 3 months is when you'll probably feel like you can just move all over the place, and then 6 months is when you will really see your final results. Now again, results vary. Some people see their results a lot sooner, and some people see their results a little bit later, you know, right around the 6-month mark. So just keep that in mind. During the healing process, take your time to heal. In another video, I'm going to explain a little bit more about my personal healing tips that help me heal a lot faster. And when I say a lot faster, like for me in 30 days, you know, was I wearing my compression garment a lot during that time? Like, no, I have to be honest, and I want to share that type of information with you. So I'll be doing that in another video. If you found this helpful, please thumbs this video up. It definitely helps the world of people who really want to know this type of information. If you feel inclined to share, please do. And yes, the next video that I said I'm going to do is on healing tips. So if you have any questions about healing or anything, if you have already taken or had this procedure done, any form of liposuction, I'm willing to help. But if you had this procedure done already or are getting ready to have this procedure done, I did mention in a video a while back that I was going to create a community, so it'll be a place where you can ask the questions and just kind of get an idea, you know, of what to expect. But I'd rather do it in a video form like this one more time before I create that community, just to see how many people out there really do kind of need this help. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. I love you all. Bye. Don't forget to use the code that's linked in the description box of this video, everybody. Book your free consultation using that link, and you'll get $250 off your preferred procedure. It's 2022 now, so stop waiting and just watching and book your free consultation, just so you can see how easy this really is to manifest the body that you want, just for yourself. All right, now I'll see you in the next video.